Yeah, that's a cool enough rock. Wait, actually, let's turn off the this kind of thing. Let's get on. Although, is there anything like that in the Caribbean? Rock arches, Caribbean. Oh, Anguilla Arch. What we got here? "10 out of 10 rock, not gonna lie. I agree. Ooh, this is in Trinidad. So if you don't know, A Short Odyssey, while it's not set in Trinidad, or Tobago, it's more Tobago, but like the inspiration for the island is Tobago, basically, like for the look of it, even though it's not like necessarily 100% accurate. St. Lucia as well. Okay, so there's definitely rock arches, although they tend to be in the sea. Oh, where's this? Pedra Furada. That's in Brazil, isn't it? Yeah, I mean that's a 10 out of 10 rock. I think that's a 10 out of 10 rock, not gonna lie. Actually, this is a cool archaeological site if you're familiar with the thing. Familiar with the place. Anyway. Yeah, we could make a stone arch. Why don't we exit the game? Because we're gonna open up Blender and we're gonna start making an arch. I'm gonna move this to here so that we can look at. All right. All right, so we got our cube here. Let's just go straight to modeling. Yes, Firefly, it's a Blender stream now. Oh yeah, disclaimer. Everything I say is my own opinion about Blender and not my employer's. Yeah. Okay, so I guess it would be like that. Let's cut into this. And cut it here. And then let's fill in these faces. I feel like my blender chops are about to get questioned heavily because I've never done this on stream before, so I might look pretty bad at this, but we'll see. Let's add some little things here. I'm gonna go ahead and add these as references in Blender. Just give me 10 seconds to let's get Pedro Ferrata as well. Alright. Images can only be... Okay, yeah. Alright, then we got this guy. Wait. Did we lose one of them? Cool. That looks... Alright. Sorry, just gotta get the chat window back up. Let's move these so I can see what I'm doing. Alright. Cool, cool. All right, so I'm probably gonna be streaming for like another half hour. I don't know if we're gonna be able to get this into the game, but we're gonna do as much as we can. Let's I'm gonna go ahead and add the material here. Let's I just gotta find the release resources, textures, and then we got our cliffs, yeah. Cool. Okay. Real quick Blender thing I gotta mention is that these normal maps are DirectX style normal maps. Even though A Short Odyssey uses OpenGL, the normal maps are DirectX style for reasons which I don't want to go into right now, but like so in order to make this work in Blender, which uses OpenGL normal maps, we need to invert the green channel, which we can do with this curves node. And then we can add our vector normal map on top of that. And there we go. And then we also need the roughness map. And that needs to be linear, non-color. Cool, there we go. Looks just like the game, except we have parallax mapping in the game, but let's shade that smooth. Cool. So these actually look like they're formed through different processes. So these are clearly formed by water. So I feel like there should be an arch in the water at some point, but we can get to that later. Definitely we need... So if this was an arch in the middle of the island, in like a mountain, like Petroferrata here, we need... It looks like it's sedimentary. Like, it looks like it's got layers like this, right? And I guess that would be formed by, like, wind and dust? Or maybe there was water there at some point in history? I don't know. But it would kind of have, like... It looks like it's layers stacked on top of each other, right? But anyway, let's give this some more geometry to work with. Sometimes I like to work in shaded. Just because, I don't know, like, kind of fun. I'm gonna have to UV unwrap this afterwards, but, since we're not gonna put this directly into, we're not directly gonna put it in the game, so I'm just gonna put a sub-D modifier on it, just to make it easier to work with. At the end of the day, we're gonna bake it down so that we're not gonna have the, extra geometry. But just for looking at the way it, wait, that's not the right, yes. Extrude manifold. I don't know, it's just regular extrude, I think, yeah. Cool. I guess it's gotta be bigger. It's gotta be bigger, it's gotta be like, like, how big do you think this arch is? You think 2 people would fit inside of it? Maybe, let's say 3. So how big is this? This is, 2 meter to 2.75 meter tall. I guess we could make it, like, 8 meters tall? So what is that? Like, Cool, there. So, I mean, probably not that big. Like, let's say 6. And let's move these guys over. Let's move this guy more towards, let's apply his location. Change the center. Whoops. So these are going to be into the ground, so I'm going to go ahead and delete these bottom faces here. Just because it's less to worry about. Don't have to deal with their topology. And this guy goes right into the ground now. Cool. This guy is going to be like... It's got to be like a little bit more irregular. Like none of these arches are actually perfect. Wait, what happened there? I gotta go back to... let's put this on. Okay, cool. Yeah. None of these arches are perfect in reality. They're like a little bit wobbly. You can see the one here in Brazil. Just kind of make it like a... I like that. That's looking all right. And I guess it should extend. All of these extend onto one side, right? Because like I think they would be kind of coming at the side of a mountain, which kind of makes sense with the way we have it. So I'm gonna extend it all the way this way. That way we can just put it into the side of the mountain. And then I'm gonna delete these faces because I just don't want to deal with them. Yeah. Let's add a little bit more geometry here. And then let's UV unwrap this. Just so it's a little bit... Yeah, didn't like that. I'm gonna add some... No, yeah, these need to be... We don't need this either. We don't need these. Cool. We need a seam somewhere so that we can UV unwrap it. Let's add there. That's fine for now. Although, yeah, I don't know. Let's add it in the middle. Cool. I'm gonna save this just so that we don't lose it, because I could easily do that. Arch. I guess rock arch. We'll call it rock arch. Arch.blend. Cool. Saved. Feel like this should be... I don't know. Maybe we can get it in the game. We can get... let's try to get this in the game today. And then it'll give us a better idea of what it's supposed to look like. But it definitely is not going to be... It's not going to be this nice on top. It's definitely going to be a little bit more weird and irregular. But like in reality, rocks are like sharp and sub-D modifiers are not. They like to make things that are smooth. So we will definitely... I'm definitely going to have to come back to this off stream and make it like a little bit more defined, should I say. Let's you can add a little bit of a crease, I guess. Wait, I could make it a little bit more. And then I'm gonna go ahead and relax this. Yeah. Yeah, sorry, you believe in me. I appreciate it. I really do. Okay. Let's just extrude that. Make it look a bit more irregular. Yeah, actually, I think that would be the case. Like, I think it would just have random extrusions in different places. And then maybe over here. Delete that one. All right, why don't we save this out, and then we're gonna see what it looks like in game. So, and also, I guess bonus, you can see the import process for meshes, which is like pretty basic, but like, should we? Yeah, we definitely need to have the subd modifier for now, but we're gonna. Eventually, we're going to get rid of the subd modifier and bake down normals, but for now, let's just use the subd modifier. Because I don't believe in exporting subds. Where am I? Where does it go? Oh, I need to make it in meshes in release here. So let's do rock arch. And remember settings, include selected objects, and apply modifiers. So I believe, export that. Wait, where do we save it? It was double check that we. Oh, actually, I think I actually did screw up. I didn't call it the right thing. Export GLTF. Oh, it's Bjorn. Hey, what's up, Rosie? Rosie Game Studio. I think that's Bjorn. Welcome to the stream. We're doing a little bit of Blender right now. Yeah. Is that correct? Yeah, keep original. That was my mistake. I'm afraid it may have duplicated our textures, but we're gonna find out. Okay, so I'm just gonna check out the. Just digging around to make sure that I exported everything correctly. Meshes, rock arch. Okay, no, we're good. We can delete the GLB instead of the GLTF because that's. Yeah, it is Bjorn. Welcome. So now we're gonna open up the game engine. And then we're gonna get our little rock arch in there, hopefully. Okay. So, if you recall, I marked the place that we wanted to put the arch with a tree, which is this tree here. So, and we need to be able to see the arch from far away, so we might need to cut into some terrain to make it. So, okay, so the way you add a object, if you have not created a prefab for it yet, is you go into the file browser window here, and then you find the, where you put it, which in this case was under rock arch, I believe, which it's roughly alphabetical. So, okay, so here we go. Create new entity with mesh. That's on the right-click menu. And here we go. Here's our arch. Let's put it up here to make it more visible. I'm just gonna go into show wireframe. Yeah. The distribution of topology is not ideal, but for now, I think we'll just leave it like this. But I'll do a better job later. But I actually think the rock arch could be bigger. Like, I think... Okay, and then we're definitely going to need to add some stuff over here to make up for the... so that it connects at the bottom. And then over here as well. Cool. All right, so we can save that. Then we're gonna go back into the game camera. And then we're gonna go away and see how far we can see the arch from. And that'll tell us if we need to make it bigger. Oh, also, shit, I forgot to name the arch, but we can... I gotta... Wait, oh, or maybe I did. Okay, arch. Oh, thank God I implemented that feature. Yeah, so I made it so that if you create a mesh, it automatically names the entity to what the mesh was called, which is good, because before it just gave it a random, like, number, which is not ideal. But this is at least a little bit better. So I'm going to call this rock arch here. Now it shows up here as rock arch. And then I'm also going to give it a collider so that we can stand on it. Physics, collider, and then I'm going to go ahead and click shape from mesh, which is going to... it's going to make it so that it just uses the graphics mesh as collision data, which is, in my opinion, not ideal, but we can make a nicer, like, simple collision shape for it later. Okay, so I think the arch looks okay, but let's I think it needs... Oh shit, accidentally teleported to the wrong place. Whoopsies. Let's put it back up. Yeah, that's like kind of roughly what it was. I think it needs to be rotated more. It needs to be rotated more, and it needs to be bigger. So if I go over here next to Carmen. See, the arch is there, but it doesn't make a nice silhouette. You know what I mean? So we're going to go back into Blender. We actually can we can actually reload the thing from Blender, but into the game without exiting, which is kind of nice. But let's make this arch bigger. All right, now I think I want to make the arch part of the arch like more vertical. So let's select some edge loops here and then just pull it up, make it bigger. Make it wider too, in the inside. Because I feel like it would be more concave. You know what I mean? I don't know. I'm not an expert on geology, but I try. And then I'm gonna make it so that the arch bends a little bit. It's not perfectly straight. Wireframe. Do here. Yeah. Let's see. Okay, cool. And then we're gonna go ahead and export that. I'm also I'm just gonna make it a little bit bigger, just totally. Let's apply the scale, apply location. GLTF. Cool, and then now we can go back to the game. And if we click on the arch, we go to mesh, we should be able to hit reload. There we go. It's a little bit better already. You can definitely see a more defined silhouette. But I think I need to rotate the entire arch. Because, like, 90% chance we're going to be coming from this way, right? I think so, at least. So I feel like the arch should actually be down here. Yeah. Because that's actually where we're going to go. We don't want to put the player up here. We want them to come just to generally where the arch is. Okay. So now that we've moved the arch, we need to adjust all of the terrain around it to match. And I'm going to go ahead and move this tree to being on top of the arch, because I think that's just a better place to put it. Might be cool to have like a mountain climbing side quest or something like that. I don't know. I'm liking the vibe here. Just cleaning up the terrain for the arch. We can add. See, it meets up. And you see this kind of seam here? There's line. This is, yeah, Jordan, you did the mountain climbing quest on the first playthrough, but you didn't get an achievement for it. Now I need to give you an achievement. Yeah. And then let's flatten that. Make the brush a little bit smaller. You did find the frog, you know? Everyone who found the frog knows about the frog, you know? All the achievement you needed, yeah. Those are the real ones, the people who found the frog. The real GP legends. All right. Okay, so now let's get this guy. Let's get Luis back. All right, I think. Oh, yep. We need to. I might need to double-click shape for mesh just to adjust. Yeah, the collider. Yeah. Yeah, Sarah, you do need to find more frogs. I mean, there is only one frog in A Short Odyssey, but there should be actual frogs, like actual living frogs, and not just, you know, the frog mascot. All right. I think this guy looks better, but like I was explaining earlier, we need to hide these seams. We need to hide these seams with some vegetation. Like, I mean, I don't think you'll see them from, like, really far away, but, like, you know, let's just give it a Cyathea arborea here, just to, you know, distract you. Let's give it a bend. You know, just growing here. And then, small fern. Large fern is somewhere. I really need to add the filter box to this browser here, because I have too many prefabs now. Now I need to be able to search for them. What else can we add? Oh, we can have more. We can have some rocks, because like we're in the mountains, so there should be rocks. All right, rock 4. Sometimes the I am Guismo like widget, like if you're directly parallel to the rotation axis, it like behaves strangely. I might need to look into that. Let's see, this rock and this rock. Let's do all the rocks. It's rocks. It's a rock arch. All right, cool. Let's go back to here, and let's go sit next to Carmen, and that will tell us if we have done gimbal lock. No, it's not. That's a different problem. This is literally, I think, just the way it decides. Like, because you're actually only rotating one axis at once, right? It's based on, like, the problem is when the camera is parallel with the rotation plane, not when the rotations are all locked up. You know what I mean? Like, it might also have a gimbal lock, but this isn't gimbal lock. This is something slightly different. And I'm not sure why it does it. Yeah. Okay. So, yeah. I don't know. That looks like a landmark to me. What do you guys think? Does it look like a good arch? Cool, yeah. Yeah, the idea was just to have more landmarks. Like, I think that will help people, like, know where they're going. Because it's like, oh, it's the one arch. But I also want to put an arch in the water, just because when I was looking at those Caribbean photos, there were a lot of arches in the water, which kind of makes sense, because, there's a lot of water. But yeah. I think, I'm going to save this.